do it again. We're going to do another one. So let's do number 3. So we're going to go check our units, generic, perfect, and do file save as M4, and we're going to name this solid 1 finish. We're going to go to the tube. From the center, we should be drawing from the top view, so let's go back to the top view, or just type T at the top, grid. Okay, now we're going to go to the properties. Radius 1 is 30, 2 is 50, height is 15, height segment is 1, caps 2, and finally the size is 24. Now we're going to go move it to the center, 0, 0, right click on it and do convert to editable poly. From there now we're going to select these 4, oops, we have to open a polygon. I thought I had opened it, apparently not. Polygon, we're going to open up these 4 right over here, and we're going to press Ctrl I to get inverted. From there we're going to press delete to erase them, so we only have these pieces here. Let's take off the grid and let's zoom into our piece. The next step we're going to do is we're going to go click to vertex, and we're going to grab the center, and we're going to use the chamfer option. From here we're going to put it to 7.5, which gives us this beautiful chamfer. The next step we're going to do is we're going to connect the lines. So we're going to go to edge, click 1, 2, and press connect, and then do 1, 2, 3, and connect again. The next step we're going to do is we're going to slice this object to the bottom. Let's just double check to make sure. Oh, maybe let's go and do it again. Just make sure we grab just the top this time. We're going to press ignore. I undid it all, and we're going to ignore back face. So now let's grab the middle again. Vertex. We're going to grab just this guy here, and we're going to do the chamfer. Again, I'll just redo it. Chamfer 7.5, perfect. Then we're going to do edge, and we're going to connect the line. Oops. We're going to connect them. So we're going to do connect 1, 2, connect 1, 2, 3, connect. And now just to double check, let's look underneath, and perfect. Now we're going to use the slice object. Actually, before we do slice, we are going to, hold on, let me see. We're now going to connect the lines, so we're going to use slice, cut, which should be over vertex, and we have cut, and we're going to go from here to this point here, from here to this point here, from here to this point here. Again, I click with my left, click again, then I right click to get out of it. Click, right click it out, and make sure you take off the cut option. Now if I go look again, we have a beautiful piece. The next step I do is go to polygons and remove these faces. Now we're going to use the scale option. We're going to use the ones we just made. We're going to click vertex and go 1, 2, hold control, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to scale it like so, just so we get that shape. Perfect. Okay, so now that we did the scale, let's go back here so it doesn't scale it back. We have this done. The next thing we do is we're going to select all the vertices pertaining to this new thing we built. So hold control like so, and then we're going to go to the rollout over here, and we're going to do the spherical, not spherical, sorry, we're going to use the, what's the name again? Spherify. There you go. It makes it more of a curve. From there now, we are going to go and convert that piece back into a editable poly. So now let's go look. We have the piece. So now what the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the border, grab this one here, and I'm going to shift move it down. Why shift? So it makes a copy of it. Move it down. Like so. So now if I go back to hidden, oops, you see that we have the piece going down like so. Perfect. Let's hit save in case it crashes. And let's move on. So now that we've created the hole, the next thing we're going to do, again, how did I create that hole? I just grabbed the border and then I brought it down. Now we can go on to the next step, which is we're going to use the array. So what we should do now, now we're also going to go back on border, click the border up here. Let's do edge, much easier. Edge over here and edge down here. Maybe we should go back to wireframe. Hold on. We're going to put it back to wireframe. And we're going to go this edge here and the edge on top using control. Press the loop and we're going to add a chamfer. But to avoid, we're going to use the chamfer type. We're going to go make sure we use the quad chamfer. So it goes on both sides. And now we're going to type in a chamfer of 0.2. See? Let's do 0.4. Perfect. And we grab the top and the bottom and it's accepted. So now we have a chamfer on the top. And we should have a chamfer at the bottom. Good. So now that we did that, the next step we're going to do, good, so we're going to continue, and we're going to use the array tool. Let's just double check to make sure we actually did it. Do again this one, loop. Let's do chamfer again. Oh, I think we already did it. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to select it, go back to editable, select the whole thing, and we're going to do the array tool. So let's go tools and use array. We're going to go to 360. We're going to go put a total of 12 and we're going to go copy. Press OK. Actually, let's preview, see how it looks first. And press OK. So now we have pieces. If we go look here as a faucet, you see we have all the pieces completed. Oh, they're sticking out a bit, but it's okay. For yours, try not to make it stick out. I made it go down too much, but for you guys, it's okay. And now from here, you're going to accept it. So now with the first one still selected, we're going to go now to the editable poly, and we are going to go on to edit image of the vertex. And we're going to go press attach under the edit geometry. Attach, and we are going to select all the objects. Okay, so we attach them all together. Take it off. They're all attached. Now let's go back to vertex since we're already in there. So now that we're in the vertex, you're going to select the boundary. So we're going to go to the right view, and you're going to select the top ones and the bottom ones. In this case, all these guys. And we're going to use the weld button. Under edit version, we'll use the weld button. There we go. Next, we're going to go to the edge. And now we're going to select the borders. Now we're going to select the edges. This edge here. Loop. Oops. We want the edge along the sides. We also do the inner one as well. We use the chamfer. Just make it 0.5. How's one look? One looks okay too. Let's do 1. Okay. And then from there, now that we did the chamfer, we are going to go and add a mesh smooth. So we're going to go here, go down, type in mesh. And go make sure we choose like we had before norms, but it's not applied to the whole thing, just that one there. And we're going to go change the numbers to 3. I think that's it. I may have screwed up at the bottom a bit. It looks pretty smooth, but I think you have to add modifiers to all the circles. So I added this to this corner here. Now you gotta do the same thing to these ones. If I go here, edge, click this edge here. I should have did it right away. I didn't do it before. That was my mistake. So if I do loop, I should have did this before I did all the arrays as well. So I'm just gonna go back up. So just do 1 of each side. Like so. We're also going to include as well these ones at the bottom. We're just clicking on one. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to do the one, and we're just going to do loop. Now they're all done, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to the mesh, smooth. We're going to go switch it to only apply to those, and we're going to put it also to 3. There we go, that one's nice and smooth now. And now we have one more to do, it's just the edges here. We can do the same thing again. Oops, click back, click here, convert to editable poly, so it kind of closes it. Go back here to edge, likely the one. If I do, I wonder if I could do polygon if I do the whole thing. Let's do loop. We're just trying this now, but you got the point of how to do this. There we go. Let's go convert it now. Mesh. There we go. Nice and smooth. Only apply to what I selected. And then put 3. So why is mine screwed up right now? It's because when I did it, made it go past it. Don't make it go past it, and it should be fine. And the more numbers you put, the more smooth it's become. So there you go. You could have also clicked the inside faces as well to make them smooth. Thank you so much. Again, make sure you hit save. This file save as. Get rid of the name. Press finish. That's it. Thank you again.